As crew chief Kenny Francis. This is Kasey's 15th NASCAR Sprint Cup Series win, your first here at Bristol. So congratulations on winning here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And you jumped 7 spots in the point standings today. You're up to the 7th. So yeah, quite a day, and certainly coming off last week's performance, you could have won out there at Las Vegas too. So Kasey, congratulations on winning here today at Bristol.
Thanks a lot. It feels really good to win at this place. It's such a tough track over the years. My first time here in 2002 was just something I couldn't believe, the way that you drove, as hard as you drove here, and the way things happened so quickly. And to win a Sprint Cup race here feels really good. We had an awesome, great clip Chevy SS throughout the race. The pit calls were perfect. Picture did a really good job with pit stops and just able to race hard the whole race. And that's all you can do at Bristol, and it worked out for us. It feels really good to get in victory lane and get our first win, first Sprint Cup win pretty early in the season.
And Kenny Francis, talk about just how this team performed this weekend, and certainly is off to a good start here in 2013.
Yeah, we've seems like we've had good cars every week, and like I said, almost pulled one off last week at Las Vegas, and then to get the win here at Bristol is pretty cool. We had a pretty good car all weekend. We started off Friday a little bit off the pace. We missed it just a little bit, but we ended up rebounding pretty good for qualifying, and that set the tone for the day. We had good track position all day, so key to that was qualifying and then having good pit stops all day, and making the right pit calls all day, which I felt like from where we were sitting, the pit calls were fairly obvious, what to do. And we maintained our track position. We didn't have to overcome that very much at all, so that was good. The car handled pretty good all weekend, and handled really good in the race. So fortunately, we came out on top when it counted.
Questions for Kenny or Kasey? If you have one, raise your hand, and we'll bring you the wireless microphone. Start right here with Jim, and then go to Ryan, and then to Bob.
Jim Motor, Charlotte Observer. Kasey, 4 races so far, 36, 19, second and first. After the first 2, were you a little concerned that you were having a similar start to last season, and what has the last 2 weeks meant for you guys?
Yeah, it actually seemed really similar to the start of last year. Those first 2 had 2 great cars at Daytona and Phoenix. Actually, Phoenix, we kind of fell off there a little bit. I fell off, but definitely had a good car at Daytona, and we lost some points those first 2. And then since Las Vegas, the test day went really well. I thought we learned some things there. We were able to put a really good weekend together, and again this weekend. So we've gained a lot of spots here in the last 2 weeks, and feel really good about where we're at, where our team's at. There was a lot that went on during the off season to get a little bit better. I felt like each one of us needed to get a touch better, and so far it's all paying off. You guys are doing an awesome job.
The last 2 weeks, do you think they are more representative of the team as a whole?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, just from each practice session, preparation of the car prior to getting to the track, each practice session, and then qualifying. We've been qualifying up front each week, so I think it's all definitely going in the right direction. The pit stop's been really good, and the guys are just nailing it on pit road. It's fun to come to pit road and break even or gain spots.
Over here to Ryan, right there, and then over this way to Bob.
Ryan McGee, ESPN. Kasey, all this talk over the last couple of years about good Bristol, bad Bristol, that sequence with you and Keselowski was crazy. But walk me through that, because it seems like lap traffic was as much a part of that as it was what you were doing and what he was doing.
Yeah, it was, man, Brad got out to the lead there, and it took my car a few laps to get going, and I reeled him in, and then just trying to make the pass. He was driving into the corner so hard, and I really couldn't do anything on the bottom or try any type of somewhat of a slide job or anything like that. So it was just trying to get momentum off the corner and make something happen on exit, and it took a while to do it. I bumped him a few times. He was sideways trying to hold us back, and I got the lead and then gave it right back in lap traffic a few laps later, 2 laps later. So Definitely, I was mad at myself at that point in time. About spun out off of 2, a few laps after that, and just had to kind of calm down and get things going again. And felt like we got a really good restart, that final restart, and got to the lead. And from there, it was just momentum and try to drive away.
Nerve-wracking but fun, right?
It wasn't too nerve-wracking then with Brad. It was fun and just like, how can I figure out how to get by, you know? And he's going, how can I hold this guy off? Because the two of us were out front a little bit. So I was just trying to run a lot of scenarios through my head and make it work. And finally, it worked, got by. But it took a while, and it was tough. I mean, we were running as hard as we could.